Good evening, free enterprise fans, and welcome to the Friday night community race. I'm Neon Gray, and with me is the ever wonderful Asuka. How you doing tonight, Asuka?
I'm doing great, especially finding our fun little home and free enterprise too. How are you doing this wonderful night?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a nice day just sitting around, and now we're gonna watch some free enterprise. This week, we've got, I believe, the last of our races featuring Edge versus the Blue Planet, which is a very speedy Edge-focused flag set where basically we need to clear the Blue Planet, and then that wins us the game.
Yeah, and we were kind of alluding to earlier that the concept of win game as opposed to you get the crystal and you have to beat Z to win the game, it creates a completely different mindset for the runners. Like they don't have to plan ahead for a Z fight. They can look at a few different fights in a very different way and potentially approach them more aggressively, really, because time really is of the essence in this flag set, like you said.
Yeah, and you know what? You get some really interesting things that come when you're not actually planning for a Zerobus fight here. The resources that come and go throughout the game, you can feel a lot better about just using them. And this is a very nice flag set for the treasure. We've got, in particular, we've got a T Wildish max tier 7, which, with a restricted Cecil, you know what? That actually just gets all of that Cecil gear out of the way, where we don't want it, or frankly, we don't even need it because we're not planning for a Zerobus fight. Um,
Yeah, that's cute. And that was a crystal. Hey, we can go fight Z, but not really, because that's technically a zonk. So thank you to a wonderful restreamer, Haram, for dropping the crystal like that.
a great gift, and honestly, kind of a great gift because that means, as our players go and get the key items they need to do these overworld completions, they don't have the looming specter of the crystal staring at them like this.
Right, and on the flip side, as some of our runners are showing, it is a free key item, so we'll be seeing, I believe, Beating Discovery is going to be the first one to show us what Bedward is going to have for our runners today, and it is... Oh, please be Twin Harp. Oh, that's also spicy. That is the hook. So we do have underground access. We have character check, and we can see potentially what rudeness is awaiting on the hook route if they have to take it.
Yeah, though I believe too, is not this flag set also forced magma? So we know there should
Ah,
be a magma key
yes.
coming.
You are.
However,
However,
it is a restricted character check, so all that I said about a Cecil not being needed, that could be completely out the window.
agreed. And let's see. Mike is showing us our first boss in the Antlion Cave. We have the totally floating. I don't care what you think. Yeah, he is floating Mylon Zed. So he's gonna tell us to fall flat into the deep ravine. We're gonna say that's nice. We have an edge.
Yep, and then Edge, yeah, he doesn't care about these deep ravines. He's just gonna swing twice, and away we go.
Yeah, and one of the reasons it's Edge versus the Blue Planet is Edge, an early Edge in Free Enterprise is extremely powerful. That's why you get an Edge, you just kind of smile. Mike might not smiling so much right now. Did get a zonk in the form of the Adamant Rock, but hey, it is the alternate Smith, so if you're feeling cheeky, there might be something good there.
Yeah, and as you were saying, like with this flag set, zonks are really harmful to just how well you can do. But the nice thing, if there is a nice thing about it, being on Antlion is people are going to check Antlion.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a loss, but it's not going to be a time loss against every runner in this race. Will it be
Yeah.
a time loss against the winner of this race when they happen? I don't know yet. We haven't finished the game.
And adhering to the memes, unless your name is PK4787, you are checking Antlion. CS Radical did actually show us something in the Damsian basement that is really a game changer. The heroine robe has been found, and we do, I believe, have a Porum. So yeah, that Porum is gonna hit things.
Yeah, fantastic find. Like, especially with an overworld centric flag set like this. Getting your team as fast as possible will just smooth over a lot of these boss checks. Like of our goals, and we've got an Odin fight here on Mount Hobbs for Rosa. That's a great find, and also another potential heroine robe user. But
Yeah.
of our objectives, the only one where a fast anchor will not make everything easier for you is objective number 3, to complete the sealed cave.
Yeah, isn't that one of essentially the fastest or just most intriguing agility spots for a boss out of
Yes,
pretty much
yeah.
everything?
I don't have the agility chart in front of me, but it's very fast.
And as a quick point note, as we have a Porum as the second character, we have found our Rosa. With this particular flag set, it is C Max Party 3. So we have multiple runners that have literally full parties. It's not permajoined, so they can swap out characters as I saw that on Mike's screen. They can swap out characters as they need, but they don't have too many characters to work with. Just in a
Yeah,
party.
yeah, and between the two, I think in a case like this, that Rosa's gonna be preferable, but Edge, Rosa, Porum, you know what? That's DPS, and a healer. You're good to go.
Yeah, and if you find the right gear, I mean, you can absolutely make that work. We are seeing really quickly, Tibble is going underground to check out what's available. Ooh, that lightsaber could be interesting if Cecil is found. Mike, as I kind of chuckle at, since our wonderful restreamer absolutely is a member of the Harp Cartel and loves checking Twin Harp, Fabul Defense gives the Twin Harp from the Ogopogo fight. So we'll see if our runners decide to check that or fade that, because as much as I love that check, it's a long one on a flag set that a single zonk can be devastating.
Yeah, like I don't mind the ordeals check just because, I tend to feel like ordeals is usually worth it because Cecils are good. They're just mechanically a lot. They're very good at smoothing the way on a lot of things.
Agreed.
Even though it too is quite a long check. But honestly, the Twin Harp is even longer. You've got more cutscenes, a deeper dungeon, a longer run up. It's
Yeah, and if you don't have exit, a longer run out too.
yeah.
Unfortunately for Tybalt, as shown by the kind of running around in a circle, it was not Cecil on the hook route. He was in fact betrayed by a cane. And Tybalt decided to say, no thanks, I do not need a Dragoon.
Kane's very good, but it is a decision that makes sense here. This is not a flag set where you need the sort of character whose primary benefits are basically not being awful in any situation. Because he's very there's 2 or 3 scenarios where he's the best, but he's never bad. Whereas this, we like some good characters.
Yeah, the Johnny Cage of Free Enterprise, not necessarily the best in this scenario. What are your thoughts of Pale Dim on Ordeals 2, the back attack spot? Because that's what Mike is staring down right now.
Doesn't thrill me, but Pale Dim is rarely a threat, and clearly not a threat here. It's an annoyance, and nice to see it not on a heavy-duty melee spot holding the key item we need, but he's just kind of there.
Yeah, and those slow casts tend to be it just artificially lengthen the duration of the fight, in my opinion.
Yeah, like it's not even the actual effect of the slow spell that's doing it; it's the animation time. You're just sitting there.
Right?
Like it's the sort of fight that really makes you wish you had a good dart to hand.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, just with Mike just using the he defeats Pale Dim, just using the basic attack. That's yeah, kind of wishing there was something there.
Yeah.
Radical and Tybalt are showing Baron right now, and Tybalt I believe is on the second fight of Baron in. The first was the guard and officers. The third fight being a very interesting buy again, which in some cases a little rude, in other cases, we have an edge. That's kind of the answer. We have an edge.
Yeah, he's very good here, and there is our Magma Key. Looks like Beauty and Discovery is gonna take that cane.
And then Mike is going to show us the trip to Ordeals provided a mystery.
I
But a
did
gold.
not catch it either.
So we're just gonna say it was something. We'll say it was like a cabin or something for right now, until proven otherwise.
Yeah, boy, I hope it's something worth it. But
I don't
he's
think it was if he reset. No.
and he's leaving, so it can't be worth it.
So totally cabin, absolutely cabin.
Yeah. Maybe a pink tail or something. Let's pretend it's a pink tail until we see otherwise. Oh, it's a package. Even worse. You don't even get a good prize.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a fun check. Sincerely, someone that enjoys checking packages, but not on this flag set.
Yeah, and it's and as we've been over, like there's really only one thing that could be at the package that you'd want, but again, with flag set that does not go the full game, that does not go to Zerobus, even if that's a Cecil there, at the package, he's not gonna gain you more time than going through all of that would cost you. So, yeah, yeet theoretical Cecil.
And Sybil is actually showing us, instead of going directly to Feymarch to check that Feymarch freebie, he's decided that there's going to potentially be some value in Dwarf Castle. Also checking out the shops there before potentially seeing what bosses and what character is going to be there as well.
Yeah, I do like gated shop checks, especially with an edge. You find drain spheres for sale that could crack us an entire flag set like this wide open.
Absolutely, and just again knowing Edge, yes, Edge can do Edge things and is a speedy boy in himself, but kind of like you alluded to, knowing what kind of darts are available and how to get the most darts, or the most bang for your buck in terms of darts, is so crucial. It's one thing to have like all the big super darts, like the X-Cals and Defense Swords, but if you can buy a decent stack of like Drain Spears, that overall does more damage than like a single X-Cal or Defense Sword.
Yeah, or as Tybalt's passing up here, but I think one of the more archer setups, if they see that, will be quite pleased to find samurai arrows for sale here in Tabra. Also, a ninja sword up with the mechanical engineer in the Tabra storehouse.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, Give Edge more power. I'm cool with this.
Yeah, I cannot go wrong with that. And of
And
course, thank you, Tybalt, for making the people's check.
Tibble has officially validated the seed, and we are all much better now because of it. I will say, since we're waiting to get that freaky Adam check from Famarch, I did want to do a quick shout out to our wonderful behind the scenes team of Rumphy, the Harumph doing the fantastic restreaming, Words, Y2 Sky doing the amazing tracking, and then of course the wonderful Neon Gray on co-commentary. And of course, shout out to our runners Beauty and Discovery, Mike34, Tybalt, and CS Radical. Give all of them likes, loves, and follows. They're all amazing people, and they're all heckin' good people. Just, yeah,
And
with love.
And so is Asuka. Make sure you also follow her, like her, all of that good stuff. Click her link there. Make sure you're following her. She's also great. And don't let her say she's not.
I'll just say, all of you out there, yes, you especially, you're all super cute. All heckin' good people.
Yeah, if you can hear this, you're cute.
Yeah. Nice and cozy.
And even if you can't hear this, you're still cute.
Yeah. Took me a second to realize why I was like, are we playing Deja? Are we doing initial D with Deja Vu with Tybalt? But no, it turns out Tybalt did find the monster chest because he is raiding a lot of those chests, and to kind of go restart things and find all the other not monster chests.
Yeah, love spotting that trap chest in Feymarch, because then you can just clear the place out and get the nice ninja shirt for your ninja.
Oh.
And a spoon for your ninja.
A spoon. Yeah, okay, this is... I hate this. This is one of those situations where someone that loves Eddie as much as I do appreciates the fact that the spoon flag is on, but I also appreciate that Edge can do a lot of damage with that as a dart. And I'm mostly looking at the sealed cave right now going, okay, I've got a big spoony stick that I can just throw at those bosses.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like you know what, I love also, you know, just being able to feel the spoon wield Edward, just because I love my melee characters, and I love them glassy, and you don't get glassier than Edward.
Oh no, not even a little bit.
But yeah, sadly, you know, that spoon is a fantastic tool for the job of most sealed caves.
And as mentioned by John Burkhead in chat, Tybalt did buy some drain spears and is also doing some scrambled eggs, getting some levels, getting some initial power growing levels right there. Like Porum with 11 levels on her own, so nice.
Yeah, very good there. And those will have been out of a chest somewhere, because... Oh, no, those from the starter kits, because this flag set does not have sirens in shops, because... Honestly, again, with a set of objectives like this, you know... Not putting sirens in the shops is actually, a very nice bit of flag set design that is saving you from yourself. You don't need that many levels here.
Yes, completely agreed. Yeah, the two that Tybalt was able to get in this starter kit was significantly more than enough. That's gonna, especially with a very mage-heavy Porum Palom combo, it's gonna give them a little bit more survival power, if nothing else.
Yeah, and of course too, it stacks more of that good stuff onto your edge. So he's really in there.
Oh yeah, and actually, as mentioned, yeah, with Tybalt did those eggs with Palom down, so Tybalt's already thinking ahead, most likely for the sealed cave, and having an anchor that is not a Speedy Boy or Best Girl. I don't know.
Yeah, like, definitely worth keeping in mind, because, if that boss is nasty, anchoring, though it kills me to say this, a nice slow anchor can really help a lot at the nasty sealed cave.
It the pain in your voice just now, I think, matched the pain in my voice when I was talking about the spoon and giving it to Edge over Eddie. I relate. That, as the kids say, hashtag relatable.
And to answer S. Grunt in chat, yes, I want to edge anchor the sealed cave fight. However, do I think this is a thing everybody should be doing? Probably not. I probably even shouldn't do it, so...
I think out of the vast majority of the free enterprise community, you and I have a bit of a reputation for taking very unique fights or unique approaches to fights. Where you're very much a very, very fast anchor, and I'm like, levels. That's not important.
Yeah, it's like, I really like to, I love to defy conventional wisdom and just see alternate solutions to things, and, so yeah, I really like seeing, approaches where, everybody knows that, this agility here will get you through. But what about upper agility? What about second agility?
You've heard
That
it
doesn't
first.
make sense at all.
Yeah. It's like we're here to prove the impossible is actually possible. Is a good way of describing it.
Yeah. Here for a good time, and frequently, as far as my times go, here for a long time.
Right? Same. I mean, don't go, chat. We're not saying what we do is fast, but it's fun.
I like to say, could be theoretically fast if somebody else did it.
It should be noted that the Shield 1 check did provide the pink tail for our runners. Has there question from chat? Has there ever been a rat tail to pink tail turn in? Yes. And actually, what happens? Say you walk into to turn in both the rat tail and pink tail, you have to turn them in individually. But if the rat tail gives the pink tail, it literally just automatically turns in the pink tail. Just it saves a couple seconds. It happens once in a plaid Swiss cheese moon, but when it does happen, I know I've been surprised. It's like, oh, what? You're just letting me turn it in? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's a super fun little interaction. Meanwhile, we are going to dwarf.
Ooh.
For a turtle. Oh, and there's a Bahamut from that pink tail. Like, people will say, let Rydia hit things. And we haven't seen Rydia. I like to say, let Rydia nuke things.
And her own personal pet dragon? Or sorry, the king of summon monsters that is not a dragon, even though it is a dragon in appearance. Having one of those in your pocket? Not too shabby.
Yeah, so she does become a very interesting option if we come across her.
Yeah, and her viability in a win game scenario with a Bahamut just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Like, it's to the point where if I saw Iridia, she would instantly be in my party, without question. Just because of that Bahamut solves almost as many problems as Edge does.
Yeah, like, it is, it's AoE nuke. A bit slower, but it's not like it's medium slow.
which will be actually could be kind of funny if Beating Discovery and Mike show us Iridia, because they do not have the rat tail yet.
Yeah, so come on, Rydia.
This is one of those times where if Cecil shows up, I think both of us are gonna be like, oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, like he does nothing for us here. Oh, and CS Radical, having the key item from the overworld check is going. Well, it seems like progression might be here.
I'm here for it, and we all know our wonderful restreamers here for it. Who did? Oh, and BD and Beating Discovery is showing us, following the memes, a new character that nobody knows ever, because it's Yang. But yeah, the harp. This is gonna be a fun check, because honestly, we've looked at a lot of locations for let's see here, K-Main, and they're not coming up with what we need.
Yeah, like it right now, for what we have, it's either here at Dwarf, or it's here down with music.
And for all we know, Por qué no los dos?
That's very, very true, and honestly fairly likely, because otherwise it's not like we're gonna have a linear chain. I mean, it's happened, but...
Yeah. I raced in that one, and I was sad. Just wanted to see, as soon as I saw the dots connect, I just looked at it, I'm like, I see that linear line, and I took the complete opposite route. Yeah!
Yeah. And yeah, again, nobody wants to fight that Golbez for a package.
Ooh, Earth Crystal.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Interesting and important, and again, this is T Wildish, so gonna be full of goodies. Do we need the goodies at this point? Probably not.
Nah. And my slow brain just realized, oh, hey, Earth Crystal. That's an objective, y'all! Oh, man.
It's okay. That's why we're here, and that's why we're not in this race.
It's been a day. But DJ Spoony B is about to do some DJ Spoony B things, and I'm going to be quiet, because harp checks are best checks.
Yeah.
That was his wonderful restreamer has given us an extended cut of his favorite check. We're going to see if it was required.
Oh!
Da, 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 da. Okay, chat, let me tell you a story. So, Harumph was so happy that there was no harp anything, because the objectives are set in stone for this. And lo and behold, required harp! Yeah!
Look, I know that if I want the seed where the harp is going to end up being required,
You gotta get a Rumpy on restream.
yeah, it is. Like, I do not believe in any sort of, like, restreamer superstition like that. Like, it's an RNG, but somehow, it's like magic. If you get Harumph to touch that seed, it's gonna come out harp required.
Pretty much, the harp check said I'm about to ruin this restreamer's career. I will say, as let's see here, Beauty's getting the pan. We are seeing the Zot check. The first boss was Octoman. We're seeing a Sid there. Tybalt is going to be getting his Earth Crystal. Can we talk about that stacked treasury?
Wow. Even without even if you're not taking that Cade, you're getting that Dragoon Sphere, that Defense Sword. Those are fantastic darts.
And plus there was like a Masamune, a Zeus Gauntlet. I mean, woo!
Ninja Hat, which is just fantastic, just for agility manipulation. It's a lot of hits, very few misses in that treasury.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that's a treasury that everybody wants, and when you're running a race that has a treasury like that, you either forget to check it, or if you do check it, it's buckus.
Yeah, and that's where you go. Boy, I'd love to take this treasury into a Zoromas fight.
Right. And what's actually interesting, with looking at Mike's screen, the second character was a Cecil. It was a Dark Knight Cecil, because Golbez is a long fight. So, and yeah, Mike said no to it, which I don't blame him. Even with the light sword, defense swords, all that, not really needed.
Yeah, nobody's fighting a Golbez to get a package. And I want, as I say this is the only thing I'm going to say on this subject. I'm being very good right now.
Yeah. GG on that one.
And let's see what we have from Zot, though.
And as a side note, CS Radical is the first person on Restream to officially complete the objective. Mike shortly behind objective number 2. The pan did deliver the tower key. Hopefully that doesn't push Radical away from doing Dwarf Castle, since that one, as we know, is now required. But yeah, still one objective in the book, and this is, you have to do all of them to win the game.
Yes, and Zot just leads the Sand Ruby, so the rest of our path is going to be through that dwarf and the harp.
Yeah.
Thank you, harp.
Thanks, Rumpy. Everyone shout out Rumpy right now for being a fantastic restreamer and restreamer of the people.
Yeah, well, look at this. It is part of the most important chain with more objectives.
It would be really funny if the rest of the objectives were legitimately all behind the harp.
I think they have to be.
Oh, they could be top of tower.
Right. Tower. How did I forget Tower Top? To check entirely.
It is a silly place.
Yes.
Let's see where everyone is right now. Looks like everybody's kind of circling around themselves right now. We do have CS Radical going underground, checking all the goodies and finding his cane. Mike is giving us another harp check. Tybalt is just finishing his harp check, and Beauty is finishing up, or going to finish Tower of Zod soon.
Yep, gonna find his prize, the Cecil. And how often how many people playing Free Enterprise have desperately gone up Zot in the hopes of finding a Cecil, and then here in this scene we found a Cecil.
Yeah, and then just saying, nah, don't need them. We're good. Thanks. Let's see. CS Radical is checking tower, so Fading Dwarf Castle. Unfortunately for us, we know that that is not a good thing. That being said, I mean, what's interesting is as you said, the Zot gives sand ruby, so that's a dead end check. Which could that benefit Radical if he checks everything else first?
Yeah, we'll just have to see how things play out up here.
We'll see how they
I
pan
totally
out.
understand the decision too, just to avoid dwarf, because it is it's a moderately lengthy check. 2 bosses cutscene and a log cutscene with a very silly hand.
Yeah, that first boss is surprisingly longer than at least I feel it should be, because there's a lot more HP involved.
Yeah, again, it always feels like you go in knowing this is the hard one relative to the one after, but you still end up going, why is this one taking so long?
Right.
Every time.
And it looks like Radical is showing us the potentially doing a trap chest. I'm not sure if he'll be up. Nope, he is Zerk, so he's just gonna be going for a few levels, and then maybe whatever goodies is in that particular trap chest. It's like maybe we're grabbing sirens, maybe not.
Might have used the Berserk to try and just lift up Edge's damage enough to do a one-shot, but not do that without lightning damage at these levels.
That a heroin robe ribbon Rosa's she's getting strong.
Oh yeah. Love me an Archer Rosa.
Right?
Like it's so good, and she's so strong, and like honestly the worst part of it is the animation time on as our hits go up.
Yeah, completely agreed. Like, and it's almost when you're going the full-on Archer Rosa route, it's almost unfortunate that she's also such a good healer too. It's like, I want to heal, but oh, bow and arrow, please.
Yeah, which is why, if you're on a flag set with adamant armors available, consider Rosa.
Yeah.
This flag set, though, no adamant armors. Don't even need them, though, so.
Oh, no. It's usually like, what most people will, I've noticed, tend to do is they, if possible, try to save Seal Key for the end, just because by then you'll have enough levels to hopefully not worry too much about it. But, yeah, again, levels not really needed. Just, there's enough good armor around with max tier 7 that, yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, and like in this case too, like the key items, just the chain is very much backloading that Luca key. So by the time we get there, we should have enough to be able to handle it. It may not be easy if it's an ugly boss, but we should be adequately prepared.
I'd say what would be the boss you wouldn't want to see there? Potentially Vanilla Evil Wall?
Evil Wall's always pretty bad. Who else? That we haven't seen. There's Wyvern, obviously.
Yeah, that's true. It is standard. It is Vanilla Wyvern, so it would start with a Mega Nuke.
Yeah, and that is that's traditionally pretty ugly. With a 3-character party, I think Magus Sisters could be really bad.
Ooh, because yeah, that's high on magic, isn't it?
Yeah, like super high, just so the vanilla boss could ensure all the stones and crushes all land. Yeah. And like people underestimate Mega Sisters there.
Yeah, they definitely underestimate it until they've dealt with it there. You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and with a 3-character party, that's just gonna magnify it.
Let's see here. We are seeing this was the top of tower check for CS Radical. Mike, on the other hand, is showing us Derek Mist at the Super Cannon room. So we'll be finding out where our seed is going to be leading us. Now, mind you, we're hoping, because it's tied to the harp, that the Super Cannon room has something of value.
Yes, like if we could just get a legend sword here out of the tower top, that would be great.
Yeah, because that's the only Zonk left, really. Darkness Crystal.
Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, no, I think that's the only thing we don't want to see.
I personally enjoy Chaos, and I would love to see both parts of Tower required. Because then it's a matter of which way do you go?
Yeah, I do love when routing splits, and Beauty and Discovery about to get the bad news on ordeals.
And here's the thing, nope, there it is. I was supposed to say, they've completed the Earth Crystal, so they know Cecil's available, but yeah, even Beauty's like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, just not worth it here.
Oh, Piggy Edge. I love it.
That's so cute.
It's like it's reminiscent of the wacky flagmen or pigs. I always forget that, like, with the piggy status, you still can do plenty of physical damage. It just essentially messes up the ability to do magic, correct?
Yes, it will also like prevent you from doing like a couple of commands and stuff. Like obviously it's really good. What are some ones that it will prevent?
Be twin?
Yeah, twin it would because of magic. That's required.
So that's one. Radical still has to go do Derek Miss, so it should be a quick fight. Also, shout out to Edge with elite amount of HP on Mike's screen.
Excellent there. I think I think it's a couple of Yang's commands that it will lock out, which doesn't really matter, but you know.
It's still one of those things where you go to do it and you're like, oh, huh, awkward.
Oh, aim, yes. Thank you, Carice. Yeah, aim and power. So not skills that you need to have, but they're quite useful to be able to do them.
As actually all of our runners are literally partying in the Tower of Zot again. If you're interested in joining Free Enterprise, we're always welcoming and want new people to check us out. We have Discord as a website. Those can get linked in chat. There's fantastic people in the community that are super smart, and guess what? They really want to teach you. So check us out. We do races all throughout the week, both live races like these and asynchronous races that you can do on your own time. You don't have to stream it or anything. You can just have fun, chill, vibe, and if racing isn't your thing, you just like playing Seeds, cool. We still want you to stop by.
Yeah,
we still think you're awesome.
Yeah, there's a million different ways to play, and you can all have fun.
Oh yeah. Now the moment of truth.
What does our piggy friend receive from the engineers?
Woo!
Well, you get your wish, Eska. Hooray! Are both
Bless.
required, and that harp is now super required. Thanks, Rump.
Yeah. Thanks, Rumpy. But this also again, it also, as I said before, it very well can push Radical away from Dwarf Castle. And I'm someone that personally I fade Dwarf Castle unless I know it's absolutely required. So
Yeah,
it's
like in these flags, yeah. I am not on fire to go to Dwarf Castle right now if I'm CS Radical.
especially just seeing it's like, oh, here's 2 objectives right here, and if you follow the the proven and true, check your freebies, check your objectives, you just got 2 objectives. So you can do those and hope they pay out, or you can gamble on Dwarf Castle and you'd be right, but you don't know that.
Yeah, like the advantage at least is, you do have to do the objectives.
Right.
So it's not costly to do them. But when we're kind of in a point, as the seed sort of collapses into place, we're starting to look at things like routing efficiency. We're being able to go Zot directly into Baron, which is something I think nobody is actually able to do right now. Those are things that, you want to have available to you if you can swing it.
And again, effectively the only one that's able to, again, it's don't see that happening just because you see 2 things that you can light up.
Yeah, it would not make sense for CS Radical, I don't think, to do that at this time, because you've got those objectives. They gotta get done.
It's Caldor and Jet. We would love to have you. Like 100%. Come in. The water's fine. We're all heckin' good people. You're a heckin' good person. So yeah, check us out. Let's see if I can do a command one-handed. Yeah. Check out Discord. Say hi to us. And like again, if racing is your thing, cool. We have groups of people that are just like you. If you're new to Free Enterprise in general, cool. We have groups of people just like you. We have a lot of cool people.
Or, as I always say, those who can do, those who can't, commentate.
Right?
And here I am.
Here we are.
There's our legend sword from that rat tail.
It had to stop eventually.
Yeah, if you're gonna get a zonk, at least get it from something you had to do anyway.
Okay, so don't let our wonderful admin, Scala Kitty, convince you otherwise. Scala totally can. It is heckin' awesome. So I will fight. Like FIT fight. Kellador, let me tell you a story. Yeah, that happens to a lot of people. That happens to me too, even today, because everyone's really good, and I mean, it's okay. Like, it's not everybody's on the same skill level, and with Free Enterprise, it's such a welcoming community to people of all skill levels. Whether you have never, even if you've never played the vanilla, if you've never played the game, and you just like watching and commentating, if you can like actually be able to explain relative agility, which, let me tell you, is a skill in and of itself, we'd love to have you. So, yeah.
Yeah, if this is the internet, we all have anxiety.
Right? It's like we all have the nice, comforting, sitting at our computer thing. Yeah, and as Berserk mentioned, running asyncs without submitting your times, that's what I do every time I run an async. I do not submit my time, because, yeah, anxiety and, yeah, but that's okay. I haven't been kicked out of the community yet,
Yeah,
which is good.
yeah, like we've got her right here. We keep telling her she's very good, and one of these days, one of these days, that's gonna
No,
be
you.
like, yes, I'm. Oh wow,
No, you.
wow,
Wow?
wow.
What did I do?
No, you. Anyway, that Belvalis that we started with is gone, which makes sense now
Ooh.
why Beauty and Discovery took that cane. Because we all knew that she was there, and everybody forgot.
And now we're stuck with the king of Barren Castle has been overthrown by a bomb.
Yes, but it's a mom bomb, so I think that's okay if the king is also a mom.
Yeah.
But Edge apparently feels otherwise, and is just no, he's doing a rage aside.
Rose is just like, I'm just gonna let those two be, just exist. I'll be here when you need me. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that one bomb said no. And then it said yes.
Yes, I had to leave a little bit for Edge there, because he's punchy right now. Sorty.
Meanwhile, we have another Palom. It's okay, but we're no reason to take him at this point.
Yeah, at this point, it is really too late in the scene to be shuffling the party around.
Yeah, I really can't even think of anyone I would take. Maybe Fu, but I
And
don't see a Fu happening anytime soon.
yeah, because he's not in this fight set.
Also, shout out to Golbez for stopping the wall on the left-hand side on that one.
Nice.
Do get to see what our Baron Castle has for us today, and that is all right. That is officially go mode for Beauty and Discovery. That is the last check you need.
Yeah, and it will be also for Mike as soon as he wraps up with the bomb after this Val. CS Radical, a little bit more to do here, and yes, also Tybalt will also be ready to go.
It should be noted that we do have there's a lot of people running this race right now, not just these four. These four just got blessed by our wonderful restreamer Harumph to be featured, and it's there's a surprising amount of people in this race.
Yeah, apparently like 18 people decided it's Friday night. I want to sit at home and play a. This video game's 5 years old, right? Yeah, this Final Fantasy IV came out 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, play a 5-year-old video game.
Totally. Shifty-eyed, shifty-eyed. All right, so Sealed Cave. Do you want? What rudeness do you want? Because I would also laugh if this was like King Queen, just to the icing on the cake for Edge versus the Blue Planet.
Yeah, that would be very funny.
It would. See, Beauty is taking the safety save because this is really the last thing he needs to do. I don't blame him. Gauntlet is available. so is Evil Wall. But so is King Queen. I kind of just want this huge build-up to just be, oh, huh.
That would be extremely funny.
It would.
I believe we've already seen room account. I think. One of the early fights that was not really memorable.
I know there was elements, but I don't know.
I don't know. We've seen some leg.
Some percentile of leg. Oh. Oh, this guy's available too.
Well, this is anticlimactic.
Right?
A fight with a boss that exists.
Yeah, at this point, it's just literally throw everything at him. Just go.
Yeah, hopefully, on the second phase, we can maybe get that Kane Berserk before the poison goes out, which would prevent that. Or get the Edge Berserk, but that's the next phase of this fight, which will be any second now.
Oh, I saw that Spear. I would pop off if that Spear got darted.
I mean, it is the Spear.
Right?
The best spear in the game.
Everyone underestimates the Spear. Even the Spear. Why'd you say yes, you did. I don't think Mike has turned in the red tail yet.
He may be holding on that, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have the hook. He has not yet been to, hook place.
Gotcha. But we do see the congratulations screen on stream for beating Discovery. Has finished in actually 5th place with a score, time of 55 minutes, 3 seconds. I will say that our top 4 finishers were Dekar Smash at 50.02, RN Castro 86 at 53.06, Gale Swift in 3rd with 53.19, and Rybon in 4th with 54.20. And Dipwood just came in at 6th at 55.14. Please get your GGs out, and I have my thing muted, but I do see a 5th person in chat with us. And Dipwood just came in at GGs.
Oh, Oscar Neon Gray, thank you very much.
Go on. No, you.
Oh, how about that seed?
You know, I was getting a little nervous, getting a lot of semi-zonks, if you will, key items that were meaningless. But what a nice little 17 out of 17 to take us out of this flag set in the community race.
Yeah, I think, yeah, in fact it was. Especially if we count that the package which nobody wanted.
I couldn't reset fast enough out of that. I didn't have my my game focused, so I couldn't reset. And I'm like, no, quick, I gotta get out of this. Especially as soon as that Golbez showed up. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like, if it's a quick fight, it's not a big loss sometime, but no, nobody wants that.
Yeah, I think all 4 of you on stream raced to see who could reset out of that fight the fastest.
The funny thing is, I've never been a big person that adhered to commit to your fade, so I was starting to feel like, oh man, Ordeals has to be something. There's not even that much left. I think all I had left was Ordeals and Tower, so I'm like, let me just go do it. It'll be fast. I'm super powerful for it. And I guess I should have just committed to that stinking fade tonight.
There's nothing like a loss to a failed commitment that will remind you to do that. So that was a bad sentence.
It's Friday night. It's like Rebecca Black Friday night.
Oh goodness!
You'll remember now to stick with your fades. That's what I mean.
But yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say, it's been a really fun flag set. Special shout out to Eskrut, who I think submitted this and put these flags together. I have really enjoyed the asyncs, and so when I saw that these were going to be community races, I was pretty stoked to run them and join in. And I think this is my third one now, so a little tear in my eye as they go, but it's been a blast running these.
Were you at all worried for like what you might have been able to run into at that seal cave?
Oh, absolutely. I hadn't seen Wyvern yet, and I kind of pinned that spot as one of the worst for Wyvern. I have had so many problems with that darn Blarg in that spot, so I hadn't seen that. Um, I guess I'd seen Kanazo and Ogo, so those were kind of off, but there's certainly were a couple other ones. Plug would have been problematic because it would have been a longer fight, and I would have had to, with a party of 3, the normal strat of downing somebody and bringing back to life gets a little more hairy, especially with 2 Zerkers.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm thinking, there were like a few others. Like I think Vanilla would have been kind of ugly there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I probably my biggest regret in the seed was taking the Rosa over the Porum, because in retrospect, having exit would have saved me a boatload of time, especially when I was running out of Magnus Cave. I was just like, maybe I should have done Earth Crystal first. Logically you do Magnus and then Zot, but I think that's when I kind of realized that sending Porum away was the wrong move. In that case, she was the superior white mage in this seed.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. Team Porum. No, otherwise, any other thoughts about, like, we've kind of covered the Edge versus the Blue Planet asyncs, but any thoughts about the race in general, any upcoming flag sets you've seen, and just shout outs?
Yeah, great race in general. GG's to the rest of my racers out there. We had a pretty good crowd tonight, and I hope we put on a decent show for all the viewers on the channel. I have been pretty impressed so far with the test flag sets that are kind of poking around for the next tournament. It's a little boss hunt heavy. I would encourage everyone to keep an eye on the async announcement and race channels for any of those test seeds, because as maligned as they are, I think boss hunts are a lot of fun, and they've been putting together some good work to try and hone them. So we could certainly use the feedback, and they are a blast to play. So I'm really looking forward to getting into more of those. And if that whole boss hunt sticks, I'm really looking forward to the next tournament.
Agreed. I love boss hunts.
Yeah, I don't love them all the time, but it's such a nice change from all of the avoiding them thus far.
Oh, I'm team boss hunt all the time. Like, I straight up. I even said one of the asyncs, this is probably the most fun flags that I've seen for any tournament ever, but that's biased opinion me.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. 2 heard it here first.
But yeah, again, GG's on that 5th place. That was fantastic and really enjoyable to watch you race, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you, Asuka and Neon Gray, for commentary. Haroon, unfortunately, you wrote a required harp. I was almost hoping I'd get punished for that just for your sake, and Y2 Sky for pressing the buttons as well. Have a great night, everyone.
Take care. We did have a couple finishers in the interim. Again, Dipwood finished in 6th with 55 minutes 14 seconds. Poidrac in 7th with 56:07. And who has just joined us in 8th place, we have Tybalt at 57 minutes and 10 seconds. So, hello, good sir, 3 chests shy of perfect score, GG.
I know, 3 chests short and 6 bosses short. I was kind of sad.
But before we go into the interview, though, I just want to call attention to CS Radical on his way up Zot, does pet the puppy, gets the crystal sword there, straight into the garbage can. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, GG Tybalt.
Thank you, GG's.
So, I think you've run this community race a couple times in the past 2 weeks. So what's your overall thoughts of this flag set in general?
It's interesting, Edge can do quite a bit, just dart the world, pretty much. But I mean, getting the early game cash to be able to buy darts, and having darts not be in, the Fate March makes things a little different.
Yeah, that is definitely the world's least convenient place to have to buy a bunch of something from.
I mean, once I had the Drain Spears, it's like, alright, let's go. And it's like, oh, nope, not here in Antline. Nope, nothing at our deals. Where are all the key items I need?
Though we did appreciate the 4-person on stream noping out of Golbez when you saw that for a package.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh yeah, I just saw a package and I'm like, nope, not what I need. I didn't even see the boss there.
Yeah, it was Golbez.
It was Golbez.
Oh yeah, no, I just saw the package. Like, nope, not what I need. Bye.
It's like, you don't matter. Out.
I've got Edge. I've got Drain Spears. I've got a spoon. I've got enough darts. I'm ready.
And you did a very good job, just kind of chipping your way through the whole seed, and yeah, it looked very effortless for you. So awesome.
This is the fourth time I've ran this, and for me. It all depends on where those Drain Spears are. Unfortunately, they're in Fame March. I think the first one I ran, they were not even in the seed, which was kind of sad.
Oof.
Today I learned that can actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not all items are guaranteed to show up there. They usually are all there, but
yeah, when your entire strategy goes around just edge darting everything, you're kind of sad when you don't see the Drain Spears and you have to deal with the shurikens. And the long animation.
That definitely makes sense. Heck. Any other thoughts you might have about the seed, flag sets you've seen in the community in general lately? Shout outs, any of the goodies for this wonderful Friday night?
Oh, I mean, the community races are always fun, and the different flag sets that sometimes come out are always nice to kind of get a variation out there. This one's been pretty interesting. I know a lot of the clubs that have been going on have been real fun to join in every once in a while, get everybody's thoughts on how they may all want to run free enterprise.
But yeah, no, that's I got nothing. How about you, Neon?
I think we pretty well covered it. Was there anything that at that sealed cave that you were really worried about running into there?
No, not really worried about anything at that point. I mean, I still hadn't seen Golbez, so I had the ribbon. I really didn't care, and nothing was really going to scare me.
Oh,
not even Wyvern.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
had enough equipment to get through it.
Yeah, no, you were kitted out. And yeah, nice work.
Thank you.
With that, you are free from our clutches. GG's once again on that wonderful race, and have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. And thanks for the commentary for both you, Oscar and Neon. Thanks for the restream from Home and the tracking from Y2 Sky. We couldn't do this without you.
No, you. The response to no, you.
Hey, somebody's got to be commentating what people do.
And you're a wonderful commentator in and of your own right. Got him.
Yeah.
GG's. Well,
GG's, have a good one.
We'll say, let's see here. A few more finishers. We have, where did I finish off? Cubs Rule in 9th place. Time of 58 minutes, 35 seconds. Dr. Cossack, 1 hour, 2 minutes, 42 seconds. And in 11th place, we have the true assertion of dominance at 1 hour, 6 minutes flat. CS Radical. GG's.
Bye.
Don't sound so excited.
I'm trying not to.
Look, you're the real hero. You found that crystal sword, and you knew exactly where it belonged.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody watched Oscar and I do the preview for the PPL 2v2, they understand exactly why I did that.
It was appreciated so much.
It was the one bastion of fun I got to have on the seed.
You did get bit kinda badly by that dwarf castle fade, but you know, with the way the rest of your routing fell out, like I don't think waiting so long was a bad decision. It just didn't really work out in this case.
Rando.
I mean, this flag set, I love this flag set, but it does not love me back. I've almost 17-17 every single one of these. It just does not like routing me in the right direction.
It's how it goes. I mean, like it seems like a bunch of people were like coming through this with very complete key item lists.
Yeah, and the way that seed broke down, it kind of forced those completed key item sets.
Yeah, a lot of hiking everywhere.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm guessing, right? Like, I know people have their math or their idea of like what the strategy is. I literally just throw the dart and go, you know what? That's where I'm going. Let's try that and see what happens.
Hey, it's a random. That's as good a strat as anything, honestly.
And every once in a while, you find the jackpot.
Well, you don't give me a package check that's worth anything to even bother with, so you know that kind of stuff you don't get to do. There's not, at least with no boss hunts, it's a little bit harder to super guess. So either way, it's more just if you're routing a little bit better than everybody else is. In this case, obviously, I certainly didn't, but hey, that's rando gonna be rando. So you just you take the punches.
And you know what? You did a perfectly fine job all throughout. Like, very nicely done. Honestly, it just didn't play to your favor today.
I mean, apart from the fact that I accidentally warped 2 different times instead of quaking when I wanted to, you know.
Or Quake.
Yeah.
They're the same thing, really.
Totally.
Controllers are great when they work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we don't talk about the other times. Yeah.
Yes, all the times.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on the scene? Any flag sets you've seen? Thoughts in general? Thoughts?
I'm just looking forward to at some point messing with the tournament experiment flags. That's about it. Everything else is kind of just touch and go. I basically just come and go with these as they kind of show up now. If something looks interesting, if it looks easy enough, because I don't play this nearly enough to be doing the crazy difficult ones. So you throw me something like this where it's definitely built to be not nearly that stressful. I'll take these any time of the day. So if we get more stuff like this, I'll take it happily.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Anything else for our wonderful crystal sword tossing champion, or knight, I should say?
No, I think we pretty well covered it. And again, like, that is, look, that was the best play of the game from any of them.
Yeah.
Look,
Totally biased opinion.
If I can't win the race, I at least win people's hearts. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, it's like, imagine just getting to the top of Zod, seeing that Cecil there and telling him to his face, yeah, I found a sword for you. I chucked it.
Like, go on your way out, go check the trash bin, you'll find it.
Yeah. By the way, you can't use it, you're never gonna use it, because your big brother is in the way.
We'll just give it to your big brother. Yeah, no, CS Radical, thank you for doing that race for us on Restream, and yeah, hope you have a good weekend, good sir.
Yeah, same to the rest of you. Obviously, you, Asuka, Neon, also Rumphy and Y2 Sky in the behind the scenes area, just kind of pushing all the buttons, all the beep boop boop,
making sure harps happen, that kind of thing.
Right?
Well, why do you think I went there first?
Yeah.
You know how this works.
Exactly. But yeah, everybody have a good night.
Hey.
Have a good one, GG's. Filling in a couple more gaps, we have Fried Potato finishing in 12th at 1 hour 6 minutes 1 second, Scorch 13th at 1 hour 6 minutes 46 seconds, and our wonderful Mike finishing in 14th with 1 hour 6 minutes and 58 seconds. Mike, GG's.
Hey, thank you. I have a question for you guys.
42, what's up?
Whose butt are we gonna kick tonight?
Um,
Not Golbez's.
True. Yeah, we said goodbye to him. But I'm curious, did anyone else grind Palom to nuke?
no.
No.
Oh, okay. I made odd life choices there, I guess.
Like you know what? I don't think anybody else completely dropped Edge either.
No, it's pretty much everyone took Edge, yeah. True runner of the people status right there.
I was reading reading the flags, and I forgot to check the win game portion.
Oh.
I was getting ready
Oh,
to fight Zeramos. I was ready for reflex strats.
it
So-
makes sense, and
So what was your thought when you saw that? Congratulations, you've completed all the objectives and
Well, I
went,
figured it
oh.
out actually once I saw the first place finisher. I'm like, no, there's no way. I'm doing too good to be this far behind.
Ah,
Finally,
gotcha.
When I was done with Tower, what place was I in? Do you remember? In comparison to other people on stream?
I think that the best way to describe it was, ironically, the left side of the screen kind of paired up. So Sybil's and being Discovery were kind of going hand in hand, and you and CS Radical were kind of going hand in hand. You finished at different points or different objectives, whereas when you had to get the hook, Radical still had to get the Earth Crystal. So you finish in those respective slots. But yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Gotcha.
yeah, like everybody was in Babil at the same time,
Yeah, they
at
were.
various stages. But yeah, it kind of split up that way. Like the half who had who still had a check left to go through, and that yeah.
All right. Also, I learned something important on the seat, and that's that some of the healing cutscenes that heal you, they don't heal your MP.
That is correct.
That is so correct. Like I got to, I ditched the edge so I could have an anchor in for Luca and for Z, and I'm ready with my nukes and whites, and then I'm down to like 40 MP total on all my white mages. So we had some problems with the league, but what we did is I had one Ether 1, and I figured out if I nuked the first league, Balneb would blow somebody up, and then I'd have another nuke for the second league.
That works.
Yeah, but we perished a few times getting there.
It happens.
You don't
Yes,
perish
it's
a
fun.
little
I-
bit. Have
I
you
like-
really lived?
I like Super Edge flying through everything. That's fun.
Oh yeah.
GG's to S Grunt, I believe it was, who suggested this one.
Yeah, this is one of the async clubs that for those in chat and yourself, if you haven't taken part in it, it's a fantastic flag set. It's fun, plain and simple. That's why we had it for 2 weeks on the community races.
Yeah, and Escrunt is like really shaping up to be a killer flagsmith. Really coming up with some really novel ideas here, and I'm really excited seeing what he's coming up with.
100% agreed.
Me too. And thanks.
Thank you to
guys
Escrunt.
for doing the commentary and Rumpf and everyone pushing the buttons in the background.
Yeah, any other addition to those wonderful shouts? Any other thoughts from you, good sir?
Yes. Last thought is just read the flag set very in depth. It's good for a lot of things. I'm gonna head out now and see if I can find Z somewhere.
Alright, well, GG again, Mike. It was great watching your race.
All right, thanks guys.
But yeah, no, with that, I think we survived. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
You might need to check on her rumph. That was a very harp intensive seed.
Yeah, it is. I just hope this wasn't too much on our poor restreamer. I know it's so exciting to get your favorite check. So important in a seed.
And of course, Y2 Sky doing some fantastic button pushing and keeping all of that put together, which I can't say it enough. Of the 3 roles, in my opinion, tracking is the hardest. So always GG for anyone that does the 4-person races.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a skill, and it's not easy. And so thank you very much for handling that. We get to just overall eyeball what the runners are doing. A tracker has to actually pay attention.
Yep. Basically, commentary. We just get to talk. Restreamers. We just had the fire extinguisher. Trackers legitimately carry us. They need to go to a chiropractor because of how much carrying they're doing.
So everybody, thank you to Y2 Sky. Looks like we are pretty much done here. Where are we heading today, Asuka?
We're going to be heading to Apex Corvid. They are running an async. It is PIPHN4, and I believe that's one of the test flags. So if you haven't run that yet, please abandon ship immediately. But otherwise, go share on Apex. It's going to be doing a fun little dance right there. Words are hard. But also, we do have a race tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. It is Baron's Hero's Journey. Who is the hero tomorrow?
And while you look that up, I will remind everyone that will be on Free Enterprise No Numbers. So if you want to check that out on the restream, that's where to see it. Otherwise, if you feel like playing, Saturday afternoon, great time to play.
Yeah, and it is not just Cecil, it is Dark Knight Cecil. So
Ooh.
you will see people try to keep Dark Knight Cecil in Dark Knight Cecil form for as long as humanly possible if they want to finish that meta objective. It's a lot easier said than done, especially Start Cecil and See Hero. So definitely check that out tomorrow. We're running out of time for the raid auto kicks us. So give some love to Apex Corvid, and on behalf of the always fantastic Neon Gray, Rome Fly 2 Sky, our runners, BD Discovery, Mike 34, Temple, and CS Radical, I'm Oscar 424, and we love y'all. And now we get to stall for content because
Yeah, because we wisely gave ourselves more time because we kept talking.
y'all are super cute. That's all I got.
Yeah, you're cute.
Until next time, bye!
Good night.